Hi folks, welcome back to another video on the channel talking all things Sorare Contender. It's been a couple of weeks since the last video, but I've been playing away every game week and things have been going quite well. So just to get back into the swing of videos, going to keep this one short and focus on the progress of the troops over the last 3 months. So if you watch the previous videos, it's exactly 3 months since the J League and K League seasons began. And I very much transitioned over to in-season J League cards in particular, and a few K League guys as well. And I did some math yesterday. 3 months into the project, we have managed to win more than $1,500. I think it worked out at about $1,600, which is about £1,200. And compared to what I put into Sorare, that is, a good percentage of my deposit. So it's going well 3 months into the seasons, and long may it continue. So just going to show you the main teams over the last couple of months that have contributed to that. See if there's any themes and see if there's anything you can take away from that, and even just for myself to see which players and which teams have been doing the business, and hopefully they can do so again. I'll finish the video as well with I'll show you a couple of lineups that I've built for this midweek. Contender is open, and I've got a couple of entries which I will talk through. So first up, I'll start from the most recent game week and I'll work backwards. I'm only going to do 4 or 5 teams here, just the main prizes over the last couple of weeks and months. So the most recent game week, the J League Sakura Special, I only had 1 rare entry. I think I only own 3 or 4 rare Sakura cards. So Rafael Retau up front scored 68 points. I had Hasegawa as the midfielder, also in the score sheet. And the main man, Lucas Fernandez, captained, got the assist in a 1-0 victory. Lucas Fernandez has been absolutely fantastic for me. I've got a classic Hernandez around level 9. And I was watching in the season, I thought I need to just go and get an in-season as well. I don't have too many cards, duplicate cards, classics and in-seasons. Lucas Fernandez is one of the exceptions to that rule. Even without a clean sheet for Mayakawa at Vissel Kobe, still managed 57. And my Yokohama defender, also 51 clean sheets. Not a huge score, but it played into my favour that it was a low scoring special. Getting 5th place on 387 points, I would not have expected a top 5. But across the board, it was low scoring. There was loads of DNPs. And just getting 5 players out was a big part of the success. I was looking at 6th place and $300, but much to my surprise, happy surprise, Tuesday morning, looks like I've been bumped up to 5th place, and it's going to be $500. So a nice little extra, and a jersey as well. A special edition Sakura jersey is on its way. So looking forward to that, as much as spending the winnings on some new players. So well done to the troops, Lucas Fernandez captain in particular. We'll go back a couple of weeks now. This was an in-season Division 1 contender lineup. It finished 11th place, 493 points, which got me $100. So it's kind of been slow and steady. I've had 2 big wins, so the most recent game week gets me $500. And you'll remember the Machida team, a midweek one, which we'll look at as well towards the end, also got me about $500. And then the rest is kind of accumulated to 500 or 600 to make it, 1,500 plus. Anderson Oliveira on the score sheet here with an 80. I've actually sold him recently, took a bit of profit on him. So obviously he contributed here to some prize winnings, and I've let him go as well, and I might buy him back cheaper at a later date. Kim Ju-sung has been incredible for FC Seoul. Centre back this season. He's on the market at the moment as well. If I can get a price I'm happy with, I'll let him go. If not, I'll continue to hopefully capitalise on his good scores. Mayakawa got the clean sheet this time. There's that man again. Lucas Fernandez captain, goal and 2 assists for 89, which of course multiplied then as captain. And Mateus Savio, I've got his classic, chipped in with the assist here as well. So that was a nice 11th place finish for $100. Going back a bit further, moving away from the K League and J League for a bit, the old faithful Celtic, I've got 5% on my in-season Celtic cards, and it all came together a couple of weeks ago. Now, it was Division 2. Unfortunately, it wasn't Division 1. This team took home $100 for a 3rd place finish. Dyson with the 2 assists, captain Alistair Johnston for a 100, Callum McGregor assist as well, and clean sheet for Sinisalo, filling in for Schmeichel, and Carter Vickers in the 5-0 away victory against Dundee United. So I think the team that pipped me into second place had the same team, possibly captain Carter Vickers instead, and used an in-season Alistair Johnson. So I think it was 5 in-seasons. Might be able to just have a quick look at it here. Yeah, this was the team that came second. Captained Carter Vickers, in-season Alistair Johnson, and that made all the difference. First place, I'm pretty sure, had Wanacek. Wanacek for a 91. I don't have a limited Vanacek, but I do have his classic rare card. So that was another $100 there. Going back a bit further, this was another in-season Division 1 team. I think it was $50 this time for a 34th place finish. Captain Gautier Hein for a brace, 2 assists for Anderson Oliveira. Gonzalo Montiel, 84. He's been injured for a wee while. He came back. Looks like he played last night, but only played 30 minutes. But he did get an assist before he went off, so hopefully he's not going to be out again. No clean sheet for Armani. That would have made a big difference. And Paradea, who's been an absolute monster with a 60 that game week. And then just to finish up, you'll probably have seen this one before. Second place with the Machida boys. I think this was the first week of April. 4 Machidas. And there he is again. Lucas Fernandez, my player of the season so far. I think it was 2 goal line clearances from... Is that goal line clearances or last man tackles for both my centre backs? Now, the chances that happen are extremely low. Should have did a lot of that week as well. Yuki Soma scored. He's been injured recently. And Kosatani, one of his better scores of the season. So that was that. $500 there, $500 this week. And I have to say, I am really enjoying Contender this season, in particular these J-League and K-League guys. I'll finish up midweek action. It's getting tricky with the European cards now. I think I need to move my camera so you can see this. Let me pop me up there. So I have 2 in-season lineups, Division 1. And I've went out this week and bought a few Dundee players because they're fighting for survival. They've got a good fixture at home to Ross County, who I think have lost their last 7 on the bounce. And Dundee really shouldn't be fighting for survival. They've got some really good players. I was going to do a Dundee stack +1, so putting Simon Murray in alongside Lyle Cameron, Shaughnessy and Trevor Carson. I might still do that, but basically the way I've set this up is the team on the right with Simon Murray is my strongest team, and I want Simon Murray in my strongest team more so than Shankland. They're both good options this week, but Murray's a little bit safer because they are still fighting for survival, whereas Hearts could do some rotation. So the strongest team on the right, Tavernier. Don't tell Quinny McBride I've bought him again. This time I've only paid 20 quid for him. And again, the thinking behind that, 20 quid for Tavernier, can use him for the next 2 games. And, a classic Tavernier next season is a very good defensive card to have if he remains at Rangers and remains first choice. He will be the only Rangers player that enters my gallery. I'll just pretend that he's not there and hopefully benefit from his points. Goalkeeper, Louis Yamaguchi, playing for Kawasaki, has a home fixture against Yokohama, who don't score many goals. I think they've only scored 2 goals in their 6 away games this season, so hopefully a clean sheet there. Juan Burnett has been doing well recently. He's in my strongest lineup. Simon Murray's here as well. And Darwin Quintero, captain. I bought Darwin Quintero for 84 pence. Rare card. How long ago did I buy him? 1 month ago. 84p. Look at this guy. He went for £400 3 years ago. And I knew from being on the platform for a couple of years, he's capable of good scores. And he has been doing it recently, as you can see there. Not in the most recent game, but he's projected very highly on Sorare probabilities this week. So I'm tempted to just use him as a differential captain. Very few people will have him, let alone use him. And I think only crazy people like me will captain him. So be interesting to see how that one plays out. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the captain's armband there. It definitely comes with risk. I don't even know if he's going to play or not. It's very hard to get information on him and that league. But it's a fun one. And if you're ever going to do it, midweek seems like the time to take some chances. So the other team on the left there, very much made up of the Dundee guys. I think Trevor Carson cost me £7. Shaughnessy was maybe £2 for a special edition. Lyle Cameron was £1.55. I think he scored 90 points in the last game week. He's going to Rangers, so could be a decent card to use next season as a classic. Shanklin captain, doing well recently in the shop window, of course. And Craig Halkett's been scoring well at centre back for Hearts as well. But I am a little bit scared of rotation at Hearts because they don't have anything to play for now. And I might move Halkett out of this team and replace him with somebody else. Baby monitor is beeping in the background. That means the wee man's awake, so I'll cut this off shortly. In season Division 2, again, I've got a classic Shanklin captain there. Then I've got the Tigres guys, Guzman, Angulo, and Javier Aquino, and So Kawahara from Kawasaki. Again, not expecting much from that team. Division 2, if we could get promotion, I'd be happy. Couple of limited teams. Division 1 limited in season. Simon Murray captain, Lennon Miller, Lyle Cameron, and then Sinisalo, I think, is going to play midweek. Schmeichel played the last game, but it looks like Sinisalo is going to play this one. Ralston was looking pretty safe, but it sounds like Alistair Johnston is back in contention. So I might need to move Ralston out and go for a non-Celtic defender in that team. Again, I won't go through all of these. Couple more limited teams again. Shanklin with the Tigres guys. Fukumori, need to do a bit more research on him before the deadline. Scaldini FC, Liam Scales captain, if he starts, could be good. But again, Celtic are an absolute nightmare to pick at the moment. But yeah, this is the main team I'm hopeful for midweek. Yamaguchi, Tavernier, Brunetta, Simon Murray, and if I could win or at least podium with an 84 pence Captain Darwin Quintero, I think I could retire from Sorare a happy man. So keep an eye on Darwin this midweek. Hopefully it's not a DNP and hopefully he fires us to glory. Of course, not major rewards on offer this week. First place $750, third place gets $300, top 10 getting $70, but it all adds up as I've learned over the last couple of game weeks. Before I go, I'll just mention if any of you are in Glasgow or fancy a trip to Glasgow, if you're nearby on this Sunday, I'm hosting a little fancy football meetup. FPL managers, Sorare managers, MFL, Fidium, whatever you play. If you're a fantasy football manager of any kind, or if you're just a Premier League fan, a football fan, send me a message and I will give you the details of which bar we're going to be in on Sunday in Glasgow. We're going to be there from 2 p.m. onwards and we're going to watch 2 games. Have at least 20 people interested. Hopefully Quinny's going to be there. McBride's going to be there. Hangover dependent, McBride says, so hopefully he makes an appearance. I think Hoodwink's going to make it along as well. Yeah, a few people I'm sure you're well aware of. So it should be a good day out. So let me know if you're interested. And as always, make sure you hit like and subscribe on the video. Leave your comments. And I'll be back hopefully this week again with another video. I'm going to do a video on the players that I've been purchasing over the last couple of months as well. And of course, I'm going to have some prize money to spend now on players as well. No plans to withdraw it. Planning to reinvest, double down, get more J-League, more K-League. A couple of Rosenborg guys, hopefully. Maybe a few more guys from Argentina. And I might just leave some money in the bank as well for, Celtic cards when they come around again in season. But I probably need to win a few more tournaments before we can afford those first Celtic mints that I'm sure McBride and the rest will be snapping up with their bigger budgets than mine. So hopefully enjoy this one, folks. Hopefully it inspires you. And hopefully I can continue getting a few more good results over the coming weeks and months. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will talk to you again soon.